Good morning, everybody. Just making another short video in regards to adding fractions with unlike denominators. So I want to draw your attention first to these two problems right here. These two problems with 7 others will be on a Google Doc. And then you'll take those answers and put them on a Google form. So on today's lesson, when you go to my section, you'll see a Google Doc with 9 problems. 2 of them will also be on the Google form. So I'm kind of giving you 2 answers to your first part of your form. After you complete those 9 questions, please hit submit. So recap, you're going to do the work on a Google Doc separately and then place your answers on the Google form. So we know the first thing we need to do when adding fractions is have a common denominator, the denominator being the bottom number. So 6 and 9 are not the same, but if we use multiples, that multiple sheet is also attached to the math resources, we can skip count and find out where these 2 numbers will match. So the first thing I want to do is take them and write them vertically like I did here, but you're usually presented with them horizontally. So if I take and rewrite 1/6 plus 2/9, I don't want to forget the operation I'm performing, and I say to myself, I need to skip count. So 6, 12, 18, 24. The first 4 numbers normally do it. I'll skip count by 9s. 9, 18, 27. Well, I can stop right there because I see I have a common denominator, right? Right now I have a new common denominator, a multiple of 18. So I'll circle it and circle it. Now when I multiply a fraction by a form of 1 whole, I'm getting an equivalent fraction. That means it's equal to it. So 1, 2, 3. 3 times 6 is 18. So as a whole, it's 3 over 3, right? Because any number over itself, we said, establishes it's a whole or 1. So I'm going to multiply that. 1 times 3 is 3. 6 times 3, we said, was 18. I have a new fraction. Now I'm going to take 2 9s. 1, 2. Well, 2 times 9 gives me 18. So I'll multiply it by a form of a whole in 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 9 is 18. Now I have 2 equivalent fractions that have the same common denominator, bottom number, and now I just perform the operation, addition. 3 plus 4 equals 7 18ths. That's what you need to do for all of these. So let's move on. 1/3 and 2/4. This will be on your Google form again, so make sure you pay attention to the answer. Well, 3 and 4 don't match. They're not common. But I know somewhere along the line, the multiples will add up somewhere. So if I skip count by 3s, I'll just do 3, 6, 9, 12. Put a little comma so you can separate them. I'll skip count by 4, 4, 8, 12, 16. Well, 12 is my common denominator, right? So I can circle that, circle that. Now I want to multiply by a form of a whole so I can get an equivalent fraction. So I put my multiplication symbol. I'm going to get a new fraction here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 3 equals 12. So as a whole, 4 over 4. That equals 4 12ths. Now I come over here to my 4 and I say 4, 8, 12. Well, that's 3. So 3 over 3 is that form of a whole. 2 times 3 is 6. 4 times 3 is 12. Now I know I have a common denominator. Again, I'm just going to add my numerators, perform the operation of addition, and that's going to be 10 12ths. Another thing you'll notice real quick is I'm trying to keep everything in line. If I can write rather neatly and keep things in line, then I know my answer has a greater chance of coming out correct. So again, 2/3 and 1/4. I can just skip count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, and 12. Skip count by 4. 4, 8, 12. I can stop right there because I see my common denominator again will be 12. So what am I doing? I'm multiplying by a form of 1 whole. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be 4/4. My new answer will be 8 twelfths. This will be 1, 2, 3. 3 over 3. My new answer is going to be 3 twelfths. Let me erase that. I don't want to get anybody confused. You see what happens real quick? Real quick, you can get confused if your work isn't real neat. Give myself some space. Now I'm just back to adding because my operation is addition. 8 plus 3 is 11 over 12. So an easy strategy when looking for a common denominator is to skip count. For those of you who know your multiplication facts really well, this will be a little bit easier. I hope this helps. Make sure you do the work on a separate sheet of paper and then record your answers on the Google form that I've submitted in today's lesson. Have a great day.